Apart from anything else, it must be quite thrilling to have a horse with such a big chance in the biggest race of them all.
Yeah, and you're not the first person to say that, and I think that's. I don't want to become a sort of a touchy-feely on the subject and say, isn't it great that we've got a contender? But actually, I'd be lying if I said, isn't it great that we've got a big contender? I'm a professional, and a contender's great, but winning is what it's about. But you do take some satisfaction from the fact that you're getting it right to the degree that you're getting a horse like that there thought of in such a way. It's going to be really hard, but I actually think it's a great Gold Cup to have a contender in, because there's no standout horse. Every time a race is run over 3 miles at the top level, you get a different winner at the moment. Everyone's throwing their hat in the ring. We're a fresh horse. We've thrown our hat in the ring. I think he'll stay the trip. There's never any absolute certainty that you stay the Gold Cup trip until you've done it. One man and Florida Pearl tell you that, but I think he will.
We've seen horses like Nelorindo, like Aplutar, recently like Galvin. They've all had quite tough races in the lead up to Cheltenham. You just said Protektorat's had a nice break. Do you think that's going to help him?
Yes, for him. Does it help the others that they've run? Perhaps. You'd have to ask their trainers. It's just the way that we've decided to do this, and I'm really happy that we've decided to do it, and I'm really happy with the shape he's in. You saw those horses today that we've kept fresh, Nuba Negra, Chamblou, Too Friendly. You see how they look in their coats. Like, the team have worked extraordinarily hard, just like all the other teams out there have, by the way. But we've got them where we want them. Do you know what I mean? We've picked them out, we've chosen them, we've targeted them, and it looks like we're just prepping and timing the right time. So yeah. I'm really happy with that.
One thing that really struck me about Protektorat at Aintree was the fact that, correct me if I'm wrong, but he looked very keen in the early part of this race, and I thought there's no way in this kind of ground he's going to stay or win, and he just kept going further and further clear. That would probably make you think that the 3 mile, 2.5 Cheltenham trip is going to be absolutely fine for him. Would that keenness that he showed there worry you a touch if he showed it again? There's
no point saying it wouldn't, but I took him to Warwick last week for a racecourse gallop, and he didn't show any unnecessary exuberance. He was happy, and he was bright to be there, and he flicked his leads a few times and sort of hung out on the bend a couple of times, just being a little bit sort of full of life and exuberance. But it's a Gold Cup. They're going to go a gallop. You know what I mean? They're going to have to be sharp. So no, it doesn't over worry me. But you're quite right to say that it's a thing. It exists. It is there. But I think we've got him in a position where it's at the back of our minds rather than the front of our minds. And as regards him staying and galloping, I just don't think it really occurs to him what he's galloping on or what the distance is. He just keeps going. He's a very, very simple horse. Undulations don't concern him. Ground doesn't necessarily concern him. The softer it gets, probably the better. So I think we're in quite good shape from that perspective. But yeah, it's a Gold Cup at the end of the day. It's high achievers trained by extraordinary horsemen and women. Ridden by the best. It's to pull it off would be remarkable. It's a lifetime achievement to win a race like that.